You take someone looking for a one bedroom, right? Because they want to not live in a studio or a bachelor. If you're in Toronto, you're probably
like
pushing
2,600.
Yeah, like if you're lucky, and that place is probably not great.
Tom, what's going on in the condo market downtown?
I mean, it's still relatively quiet from what we're used to, but I was talking just when you weren't here. It did pick up weirdly in December a little bit. And a ton of listings, as we all expected, came off the market. Right. So what I want to see is for the first 2-3 months of next year, what inventory level we kind of land at for like a 3-month maybe average to see what things are going to do. What I'd be curious, and because like mathematically, and maybe I can't see the chat, but maybe Darryl, let me know what people are saying. 33 to 39% of people watching this don't own real estate. Like just Stats Canada, they're renters, right? Mm-hmm. So like, I'm curious for the people that are renting right now, when you're looking, most people that I've seen online that want the market to come down is so that they can get in, which I fully understand, right? Sure. So I'm curious for renters, it's like, what do they want to happen or what do they think is going to happen that's going to put them in a position to get in? Because if the rate cuts start going down, eventually sales volume is going to pick up, then transactions are going to pick up, then prices are going to pick up. Is that going to be good for them? I don't know. Right. But like, what end in sight do we see? If you're renting right now and you don't have a down payment,
oh, you need
what needs to happen for you to get in?
You need a flood of inventory is what you need, right? You need a bunch of buildings. No, we didn't.
We had 7 months of inventory. I've never seen that much for downtown condos. And prices are only going to go down like 2% this year.
Yeah, but that's the problem. It's where they are and how much they are versus what the people that are looking for rental space can afford, right? So you take someone looking for a one bedroom, right? Because they want to not live in a studio or a bachelor, right? And if you're in Toronto, you're probably
like 2,600.
Yeah, like if you're lucky, and that place is probably not great. Although I did see some new, I did see some new rental buildings where the prices for at least studios were like, somebody might be able to afford them. But this is the thing:
they're going to even out. Rents are going to even out again. Not to say they're going to go down, but they'll stop rising for a while.
But the immigrants are not all single. Like kids going to school. Like there's families that need 2-3 bedrooms, right? How much is a goddamn 3-bedroom to rent, for God's sakes, right? Like what's an average? 3,500 bucks. So how much money do you need to afford that, right?
But even you look at the potential new inventory that will come if the government makes good in all their promises and the track record's not great. They're building rentals.
It's not.
That's what Canada's building.
Yeah, but it can't come because look, what's going on right now? All of the developers that were really close with to being final permit and ready to go went, oh my God, we can get more height now. We can get more density now. We're going to go back in for more, right? So a bunch of stuff that could have came on because like the goings were good and everybody was ready to launch, held back. A bunch of people held back, on buying land. A bunch of people held back on applications because they wanted to resubmit, right? A bunch of people waited to apply because we all have been hearing for like a year and a half that all these new changes are coming to planning, right? And nothing ever really has changed. Like we get a bunch of memos that things we're thinking about, but nothing that really passed into law. So like there's a lot of great ideas floating around, but first of all, there's not that, even though it seems like everywhere you look is a crane or a construction site, there's not that many developers compared to the demand that's necessary. And then even if we had enough projects that could handle the actual demand, there's no one to build them. Right. And there's nobody really putting R&D into robotics and automation. And I'm not kidding. Like that's the way out of the supply crunch, because it's not my son who's 17. He's never going to touch a hammer. Right. It's not TK's son. He's going to only touch a hammer when his dad makes them. Right. And this is the generation coming in. Maybe if there's a remote control, they'll touch the hammer.
That's what they need. They need remote controls.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.